Hello, hello. Great evening, Great Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce family, and all who watch this live, of course. I'm Ronnie West, the president of the Great Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. As you see, I have a guest with me today, Kiona Peters from Fifth Third Bank. You all should be familiar with her by now, as we've been running the Empower You sessions through 2020 and the pandemic. Tonight's session is on protecting your identity. Kiona, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to all the guests, and I'm gonna make sure we're live completely.
No problem. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Kiona Peters with Fifth Third Bank. My title is Relationship Manager. I've been with the bank right about 6 years and been in banking and finance for 16 years. I actually specialize in bringing financial literacy to the community through your employer and also through nonprofits such as yourself here with Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. We have different tools and tips to share with you tonight. We hope that they are valuable for you, that you can take back and utilize in your own home setting and or share with your family and friends because we are creating generational wealth. Back to you, Ronnie.
Okay, I love it. I feel that was a great intro. I need to steal that. I just want to say that. I definitely need to steal that. But okay, so we can get right into the PowerPoint here. I know I just want to say happy National Small Business Week to everyone. We're still taking feedback on what 15-minute tip videos you would like to hear from myself or chamber leadership on small business. So we can help you guys with your business, whether you're starting, whether you are an existing entrepreneur or business owner. We definitely want to continue to celebrate this week. And so tonight we have your Empower You session. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to you if you want to go ahead and share your screen. And I'll be right here if you need any assistance at all.
No problem. Thank you so very much for that. As we get started here tonight, we're actually going to talk about protecting your identity. Again, protecting your identity. Some people may think that protecting your identity may not apply to them, and that's great if not. However, like myself and a lot of others, if you have had issues and concerns where your identity has been stolen, when someone actually went into your bank account without your approval and just made unauthorized purchases on your accounts, it can really turn your world upside down. So tonight we want to share some different tips and tools for you to think of and utilize should this happen to you. Hopefully not, but also some preventive measures as well. All right, so first up, a identity theft quiz. This should be really, really easy. In 2019, the amount reported stolen from fraud victims were, and we have three choices here: A, 500 million, B, 750 million, or C, 1.9 billion victims. What do we think? 500, 750, or 1.9? The answer is, surprisingly, C, 1.9 billion victims. And this was just a year ago. So again, in 2019, the amount reported stolen from fraud victims were $1.9 billion. That is an extreme amount of money. So that really lets you know there's a real problem out here. Next question. The average median loss was A, $1.50, B, $320, or C, $1,000? What do we think this one is? A, $1.50? I don't think so. B, 320, maybe, or C, $1,000? Actually, it was B, $320, which is the average median loss. That's a good amount of money. I want to say unemployment has a similar amount as 320 per week. And we're just think if that was your only source of income that was coming in and this amount was stolen from you, how and what type of impact would that have for you? Some people, this is all the money they have left over for the month, or this is all the money they have for the week. So this could really turn your world upside down. Next question. How much in reported card fraud, how much in reported card fraud took place in 2019? A, 50 million, B, 135.2 million, I like the point two, or C, 500 million. Think 50, a little bit higher. 135.2 sounds about right. Or 500 million. Now, again, this is card fraud. So we're talking about credit cards for 2019. The answer is B, $135.2 million. That's an extreme amount of credit card fraud. What is identity theft? Of course, identity theft is the illegal use of someone else's personal information by means of getting access to money or credit. It can include, of course, your name, your social security number, driver's license, credit card numbers, checking account. Be very mindful of this information and your information that you have there when you're conducting your business out in a public location, and or if you're actually going out to conduct business and have your social security card in your purse or wallet. Just be mindful to use it for that whatever your need is at that moment. Then my suggestion is to take that out and place it in a very safe and secure place. um, Also, credit card numbers, driver's license. Um, that's fine. I know for myself, I only take one credit card with me if I take a credit card out when I go out on a daily use. That's what if I lose it, because I have lost my purse in the past. My purse has been stolen in the past. And if you're not sure what's in your purse and you lose it, then you will be left scrambling. And it doesn't take criminals very long to actually rack up some extreme charges and go through your bank account and go through your accounts. Who is at risk? Anyone and everyone is at risk. Of course, increased risk by conducting normal financial activities such as having a bank account, using a credit card, making purchases online. That's really increased a lot. Paying bills by check, using an unlocked mailbox, which a lot of us have, and having a social security number. Anything that's accessible for people to get access to your information, you are at risk of having your identity stolen. How big of a problem is this? 14.4 million fraud victims were in 2018, and 14.2 million credit card numbers were exposed in 2017. You see how close those numbers are? 14.4 in 2018 and 14.2 credit card numbers were exposed in 2017. Those numbers are huge. Stealing information. Notice the name badge there. Hello, my name is, and it's actually ripped off. Let's see what this is all about. How is an identity stolen? From a low tech, you look at dumpster diving, old fashioned stealing, address change. Those are some of the low tech, easy ways of stealing information. High tech and fancy now is by skimming and phishing. Stay tuned. Let's find out what that's all about. Types of fraud. Bank finance fraud. Yes, we do see it at the bank pretty often. Credit card fraud, phone or utilities, government documents fraud, and employment fraud. Please, it's not worth it. Please utilize your information as accurately as possible. I've seen people when they fill out information, they maybe it may be off by a month or 2 months when you're putting your to and from dates. Just be very mindful of your information and who you're sharing it with. Cost of identity theft. Identity theft is getting more costly. There are over $3,600 in reported fraud losses every minute. Every minute. Think about what happens in 24 hours. Putting that figure in perspective, in just 4 or less minutes, fraudsters stole enough to pay for the average mortgage payment on a house for 1 year. That's in 3.4 minutes. A year's worth of new car payments, that's in 1.8 minutes. Wow. An average in-state college tuition, 1 year in 2.8 minutes. All of this is in less than 5 minutes. That's really, really fast. Monitor your ID. Know the red flags. Unexplained activity, accounts you didn't open, don't just lay it aside and deal with it tomorrow or deal with it the next day. Deal with it now. Debts on your current accounts that you can explain. Take a look at your money, take a look at your accounts. You have online access. Most of us, if not all of us, have access to a smartphone. Please take a look at your accounts. Inaccurate credit reporting information. Look for inaccuracies in accounts and basic information. Take a look at your address. Take a look at the last four of your social, which most times when they send out the paper copies, they have the last four of your social exposed. Take a look at that and make sure it's not transposed. Something as simple as that, the last two digits on my social was transposed in the past, and it did impact my credit score, my overall credit rating. Missing or unanticipated mail, missing bills or statements, cars arrived that you didn't apply for. Be mindful of things such as this. We all have to, take a pause and kind of have our little quiet time or downtime, whether it's 30 minutes to an hour or 2 hours. Take a look at your mail, open your mail, find out what's going on, especially if you continue to see a new credit card statement or credit card bill or advertisement that continuously comes in and has your name on it. You may want to open that and just, read the fine print to make sure there's nothing that has been stolen or someone's utilizing your information. Credit issues, call the debt collectors. Unexpected denial of credit applications, open your mail. That is really, really critical because the information is sitting right there in front of you. It's just a matter of you addressing it and taking a look at it. And if you don't know, what to do, call the number that's on the paperwork just to find out, hey, I'm not sure why I'm receiving this information. But the number one thing is to take some action. Track your credit. This here, I'm a huge advocate for this. Track your credit. Know what's going on with your credit report. Of course, we have the three credit reporting agencies: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Of course, you do have the right to receive a free copy of your credit report. It's at annualcreditreport.com. Not my annual credit report. It's annualcreditreport.com. Or you can actually call and request a copy of your credit report at 877 322 8228. Again, that's area code 877-322-8228. Please take a look at your credit. Know what's going on with you. No one knows your credit history better than you. Guard your ID. Paper, of course, from a wallet perspective. Regularly remove unused credit cards, membership programs, or IDs from your wallet. That's something I mentioned earlier. I do encourage that. Document phone numbers for all credit cards. I do recommend that as well. Put that in your cell phone and save those numbers in your cell phone. That way it's easy and accessible. Hopefully you don't lose your wallet and your cell phone at the same time, but you want to be able to have a go-to place where all of this information is. There's nothing also wrong with writing the information down just in case if you do lose both, at least you have a backup. Mail, switch to e-billing whenever possible. I do that as well. I'm all about electronic and saving the planet. Stop mail while you're away. If you're actually going on vacation, leaving for a while, I've done that, been on vacation, and I would ask my neighbors or my family to come by, pick up the mail. You don't want mail to stack up in your mailbox and or have packages on your front door because criminals are always on alert. They are always driving around looking to find their next victim. When moving away, redirect your mail immediately. Once you know what your new address is and you're pretty much kind of stabilized to where you're ready to receive mail, go ahead and complete that change of address. That's very, very important. That way, there's no delay in you receiving your information, but also there's no delay in allowing criminals to come in and take mail from your previous location and you waiting to receive it at your new location. Trash. Shred all documents containing your personal information. This is very important. I can't tell you the number of times I've walked by and been at a location out in a retail location and seen where credit card statements are in the trash and all the numbers are in the credit card statement. Please shred take the investment to buy a shredder and take the time to shred your documents. This is very, very critical. Cut up credit cards, even expired credit cards. I recommend cutting them up, shredding them, get rid of them, putting them in 4 different trash cans and separate the pieces just to make sure that no one can put them back together again. Electronic, of course, computers. Avoid leaving your laptop where it can be stolen. On your front seat of your car, in your car, in the trunk of your car where it's just laying there. Because what if someone does break into your car? All they do is just actually go in, pop the little trunk button, they have access. Keep all antivirus software up to date. That is very, very critical. Only download software for trusted websites. Be careful with that. Safeguard your information. Password. Protect all computers, smartphones, and tablets with a password or PIN. Please do that as well. Choose passwords that are hard to guess. I get it. We all are on 5, 6, 10 different electronic devices. Be very savvy and smart with this because you never know what you need until you're in that need. And I'm sure some of us have a relative, family, friend, or associate that has experienced one or more, 1 to 4 of these different situations, and have listened to just the disruption in their life that this has caused. So we just want to be mindful of things such as this going forward. Um, if you write down your passwords, keep them in a lockable cabinet. I do encourage that as well. Safeguard your information. Online shopping. We're seeing more and more of that, right? Make sure you have a secure connection, of course, with the HTTP and the S. The S means secure. I learned that from my spouse. He's the IT guy. Only buy from websites you know and trust. That is so true. Be careful with that. I can't tell you which sites to go to. I just encourage you to be very careful and strategic with that because we have a lot of pop ups out there. Log off of any website that contains personal information immediately after you are done. Yes, log off. Be careful with just closing them out because that can be harmful to your computer as well. But log off of those. Make sure it actually closes out and exits properly. Avoid high-tech scams such as skimming and phishing. Just be very, very mindful with the information and when you're actually going up to the gas pump and going to place your card in there to pay for the gas, the if the scanner or the card entry if the payment acceptor looks really funky, just kind of take your hand and just kind of wiggle it to see. And if it actually moves, then do not use that. I would actually report that information to whoever is in charge or manager or supervisor at that location. Just kind of touch it just to make sure, even at ATMs, when you're at a gas station, just be mindful before you put your card in just to touch it. I mean, we're in a situation now where just in a pandemic, you can actually put on gloves with that just to touch and make sure that whenever you're about to put your card in, that is actually secured properly and not a false machine attached to it. Of course, we just talked about the skimming piece. Make sure there's not, like I said, another machine attached to it. Card skimmer, such as going out and actually trying to rent DVDs. Just be mindful of what the machinery actually looks like. You may just want to, when you're out kind of tonight or the next couple of days, take a look at the ATMs. Make sure that it doesn't look weird to where you slide your card in. Just take your hand and with gloves, if to be safe, and just kind of wiggle it. If it does wiggle and come off, I would actually tell you to call 911, call the police, because that means that someone is actually trying to skim your card information off there and download all your data. Again, this has to do more so with your email. You get questionable emails from someone that you don't know, such as a questionable sender's address, has a sense of urgency. It has urgent, please read now, such as this one, update now. If you do not know this person, please do not open that email. I know for us, being at Fifth Third, we actually receive some test emails from time to time to see if we're paying attention. And we all have a lot going on. We're all busy all the time. But you want to be very mindful and careful with this. In the beginning, I've had hiccups, and a lot of us did. Just we're moving all over the place. We're expecting an email, and or something pops up that says urgent. That means we need to take care of it now. So we stop what we're doing and just open it up. It actually can open up a virus. I mean, there are different things that can occur with that, but just be very careful with it. If you don't know who it is, do not open it. Don't respond to it. Actually, hit delete. Recover your ID. So now you've monitored it, you're safeguarding it. How do you recover your ID once you are impacted by this? 4 steps to stop the damage immediately. Review and place a fraud alert on your credit report. What are those credit reporting agencies? The top three or the three US reporting agencies: Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. Contact your financial institutions immediately. What do I mean by financial institutions? Your bank accounts, your credit union accounts. Know where your money is. I don't care if it's $2, 2,000, 2,000,000, 200 million in your accounts. Contact your financial institutions and lock your accounts immediately. Let them know I've had fraud on my account, not sure where it's coming from, but please do not have any withdrawals on my account effective immediately, and give whatever type of date, and listen to the financial institution because there are certain recommendations they will have to safeguard and put things in place for you. File a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission, and then, of course, file a report with the police. You want to do that because any fraudulent activity that appears on your behalf because of this situation, you need to be able to protect your information because now you're having to place some barriers around it and then build forward. But at least filing the police report, filing a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission, that's now creating a paper trail of, hey, something happened. And I'm reporting those authorities because I'm going to need to trace this back, but then also, how do I move forward? So this will actually help you go forward. But again, review and place a fraud alert on your credit report, contact your bank or credit union institution, file a complaint with the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, file a report with the police. And of course, we have this information here, and after the call, we'll share this information with Ms. Ronique for her to send out to all of you. And there's some information here as well on different fraud losses, fraud reports, what is the average monthly mortgage payment, why Americans are suddenly paying more, just different complaints and issues that have been filed in the past. And you see here from 2020 all the way down, I saw a couple of them 2017, 2016 as well. All right, and with that, we hope that we've shared some great tips and tools for you. Again, main thing is opening your mail, being mindful of the different types of mail that you have coming in. And if something comes in as an inconsistency for you, meaning I have no idea why this person is actually soliciting me, but you notice you've received 3 or 4 pieces of mail that looks like a statement, then I would actually recommend you reaching out to someone and reaching out to that company to let them know, hey, I don't have a bank account or a credit card with you all along with you. Why are you sending it? Why are you sending this information to me? And with that, I will turn the call back over to Ms. Ronique.
Okay, I am here. Thank you for that awesome presentation. As always, Kiona. Wanted to make sure we don't have any questions in the live right now, but if you do have any questions, go ahead and drop them below. We'll be sure to get them over to Fifth Third after we close out, if possible. We did have some viewers, so I know they enjoyed this information. I think with everybody moving, transitioning from doing things in person to really being online and even moving their businesses online, protecting your identity, protecting your business, protecting your intellectual property is really important. So I love that we did this today. And you gave so many unique tools to use and for people to utilize. I believe one of the sessions are going to be on protecting your business, of 15-minute sessions, but we'll get more into trademarking and copyright and all those good things with your businesses. But this is critical as well. So I'm happy that we had this talk today, because I can't tell you about the scams that are going on, even with the grants. People are kind of duplicating, those things now, and people are applying for things and not verifying that it's actually a grant, and they are able to steal their information from that piece. So those type of things are critical. You want to be connected to the chamber just to make sure, or even another business owner, that you are actually applying for something that is valid. I would say that, because I've had that happen during the pandemic. So Kiona, thank you again. As always, we have one more last Empower You for 2020, right?
Yes, ma'am. Next month we
Okay.
will be talking about preparing for home ownership.
Yes. So we are preparing for home ownership next month. And then we'll have our pitch competition coming up soon. It's going to be virtual. We're still doing it. So everybody need to get
Yes.
prepared for that. So make sure you get your pitches lined up. If you haven't seen our pitch competitions, we hold it every year right before the week of Thanksgiving. That will still be happening this year. So the team is hard at work to make sure we can pull off a virtual pitch competition. But we're excited for this year's pitch and see what comes available of it. And we'll probably do it live. So it's going to be exciting to see how this all comes together. But we're excited for the pitchers. So pitchers, get ready for that information. If you're thinking about presenting to get that cash prize, make sure you stay connected with the chamber. We're working on adding some additional prizes that will help you with your business. So this is going to be a good package this year. So you don't want to miss this pitch competition this year. So I'm excited about that. That's all I have for you. If you have any, if you want to connect with the chamber, you can go to our website at mygabc.org. Make sure you can sign up with our linktree.com/mygabc to sign up for our email list. Of course, if you want to become a member, go to our website, click on membership. You can fill out all the information there. If you have any questions, just contact us and we will get back with you. Remember, we are one community and one voice. Thank you and have a great evening.